we go. Hello. Who else here? Hey, Jen. Hey, Lori. How's Lori doing? Hey, Marty. Oh, are you? Was it a long day? I know, when you're stressed, it makes it worse. It really does. And people don't realize how much stress gets to you. Oh, it had to be if you were hiding in a closet. Hey, Joe. Well, you know, that's really weird because my husband has a laptop and I have a laptop. And it didn't show up on my laptop, but it showed up on my husband's. And it didn't show up, like I said, it didn't show up on my laptop, but it showed up on my phone too. So I'm not sure. I think there's something going on with. Oh, the loaded envelopes. Is that what you're talking about? Is that what you're talking about? We made the bags today. What did I do with my little bag? It's here somewhere. I just moved it so I could. These are the little bags I was talking about. Aren't they cute? If you missed the live earlier, hold on, I'll grab it so you can see it. Because we finished. Oh, that's the little mini bags. They're little bags, like little grocery store bags. They're so cute. We finished the rose one today. So there it is. It's all made out of scraps and junk and one piece of scrapbook paper. And then there's the bag with all its stuffage. And then it's got this rock and dangle. Look at this. Isn't this cool? Isn't that the coolest dangle? It's so cute and it's so sparkly. I love it. And then it's got its little mini bag. And the little mini bag has all the charms and beads in it. And there's like, I think we figured out there was 25 things in it. There's lace and buttons. Let's see, there's tags, little tucky spot things, labels. Let's see, rosettes, buttons, notebooks, paper clip, little let's see how I said that, buttons, washi, of course, the rosettes, the labels. Then in here there is lace and let's see, the rosettes are in here. There's extra rosettes in here. And there is a mini journal. So I'll show you. Let me get everything pulled out here so you can see, so I can show you. I wanted to put one of the mini journals in here that I made. And here is one of the little mini journals. Oh, the little paper clip popped off. But I have a paper clip closing it, but I think I'm going to have to find a bigger paper clip because it's a small one. And it just doesn't, it'll hold it, but it just doesn't want to really stay on there all that well because it's so tiny. So I'm going to have to get a bigger paper clip. But there's the little cover. And this was, remember when we did this paper last week? It was just the plain sort of not so pretty paper. It was all brown. So that's what that is. And I put some washi around the spine and I sewed it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. No, 9. A 9-hole signature or binding. This is wonderful. Something amazing, bringing intense delight. And then there's the back of it, and it's even got some embossed paper on there, which is like really cute. If you wanted to do a mini journal and wanted to do it like the cheap way, you could take a piece of scrapbook and emboss it. And if you did like a 5x7, you could do like, you know, make your little covers out of that, out of embossed paper. It would be so cool. And then just Mod Podge over top of it. And then it's got a little music sheet and some washi inside of it, just a little paper and a coffee dyed paper. And it's got a coffee filter in there and a coffee dyed. There's a piece of scrapbook paper. Yes, the shoes are upside down. Shh, don't say anything. And then there's a little tuck with a little tag because it's a little journal. And then a little teeny tiny doily and a coffee page. And there's another little tiny tag tucked in there. And then a coffee dyed page, scrapbook page with a little full tab on it. The coffee filter. And then in the back, it's got a little notepad with 12 little pieces of paper. And then there's a little envelope in the back in a tuck. And then if you get inside the little envelope, if I can get it out because it's little, there's a little trifold journaling spot in there. That's about 2.5 inches long. So that's our mini journal. And it really didn't take that long to do this. It actually went together pretty fast. I probably really don't even have to put a paper clip on it because I'm putting it in a bag, but this paper clip doesn't want to stay. You know what? I have another one over here. Hold on. I have one I know. I'll keep it. Hi, Tanya. I know. I fell in love with it. I think it's so cute. But I have this big paper clip, so I'll just use it. And it'll hold it real good. So, and then they got a big paper clip they can do something with. And I found that big paper clip at my, let's see, Myers maybe. So let me reach in here and get all this. Tuck it back in there. Stick our little rosette in there. And then there's a bag in there that's got 2 small rosettes that you could use inside a journal. I know. I fell in love with it. I think it's so cute. Every time I do one, I'm like, I think they're so adorable. Let me get it in there. So we're going to work on mini journals tonight and get a stash of them put back because they are awesome to use in journals, like in little tuck spots. So I'm going to round my corners. That's like the first thing I always do. I don't know why. It's just habit, I guess. I was round my corners because I forget about it. Oh, is your tablet having problems? Tell Ron I said hi. I'm sure he's sitting there listening somewhere. Didn't want to cut that one. It did, but it didn't want to. Marty, was you surprised with that? Oops, wrong side. Oh my. How's everybody doing tonight? And I always round the corners. That's like one of my things that I don't know why. I think they look more, I don't know. I just like them better with rounded corners. Is that the tissue paper still hanging off of it? Oh, yeah, mine does that too, all the time. What are you, are you still making pens or, yeah, paper clips. Couldn't get the word out. Are you still making paper clips, Jen? Then I'm going to trim along here. These are all the pages we did last week. Some was pages we used with different book pages and all kinds of different things. They were all made out of scraps. And then this is just coffee dyed paper, Mod Podge with napkin. Oh, wow. Yeah, because you guys are like way ahead of us. Well, thanks for tuning in from way over there. Yeah, see, and it's 8:40 where I'm at. 8:40 p.m. on Wednesday. But yeah, this is just where we Mod Podge napkin. Hey, Zena. It is not wanting to work today. It doesn't like this tissue paper, the napkins on it. Well, we may have to just pull that one off by hand. So what's everybody crafting on tonight? Oh, yeah. Oh, and I tell you another thing that's really cool, Zena, on puzzle pieces, the big size puzzle pieces. Yep, they're in winter and we're going into summer. Hi, Letitia. Oh yeah, the mini journals are so cute. I love them. I love doing them. And then this is a little bit different. This is painting canvas, like how you normally get painting canvas that, you know, is wrapped around the wood or it's the hardboard. This is the pad when you can buy the pads of just the sheets. And then you can Mod Podge on those. And you have a canvas back for a journal. But it actually sticks on there, so it makes it really nice. And then this one I'm going to fold up and do a small pocket at the bottom. Or a small tuck, I guess. I need to find my bone folder that walked off underneath all of my piles of everything when I was sorting it. Here's one. Oh, mini journals are so fun. And they're nice because you can just put them like in your large pockets in a standard journal, or you can, like, if you have a friend and you just say, you know, they're sick and they don't feel well and you just want to give them a card, you can make a little mini journal and just tuck it inside a card. It's I know, I do too. I loved the birds on here. Oh wait, before I get to gluing that, well, let me go ahead and glue this one while it's drying, and then I'll talk to you. I got to show you what I did. Now, part of it I'm keeping, you know, remember the really awesome blue napkin, that turquoisey napkin that like everybody loved? I'm keeping part of it because I'm doing a regular journal with it. But hold on. And I will show you what I did with the part I cut off. It is so cute. I love it. And see, once it's on the canvas, I mean, it's really sturdy, like a lot more than what you would think it would be. Yeah, I had all this big, huge pad of the canvas laying around. Well, it's hard to do anything on just the sheets. I mean, I could have painted on it, obviously, but I wanted to do something different than just paint on it. And then these, I'm not going to curve around the corners because I'm actually going to put lace on the edges and use them to like send in Happy Mail. Like, look, I mean, that's perfect. And the bird just works right on the cover for this one. Now, some of them are going to be like this one. Like this one, the bird's going to be on the back, but the flower is going to be on the front. So it actually like ended up working pretty well. I mean, this one's going to have an upside down bird, but I can put a label or something on there. So I'm not too worried about that. I mean, if I cover his little head up over here with like, say, a little pocket, it's not going to matter. So, because nobody's going to know it's there. It is just hard to burnish. So you have to really hold it down and burnish it several times to get it to. Oh, you know, I could have done this in half first. It would have probably been a good thing. So I know where to glue my middle. But see, even all that where I'm burnishing everything, it's not even affecting where the napkin's at. I mean, it actually works a little bit better than paper does. So I'm like, okay, next trip to Hobby Lobby, got to get me another pad of that because I actually like that. And you can sew on this canvas really easily. So it makes it a little bit easier than dealing with like manila folders or whatever. I mean, although that's not too hard to do. But yeah, it makes it really nice. And now I just put mine on as flat as I could get it. Of course, you know, you always have that little bit that doesn't quite, you know, you get the wrinkles in it or whatever. And like this one has a little bit of wrinkles on it. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if you guys can see the wrinkles or not. When I ink it up, you'll be able to. But yeah, so it's got the little flower on front. I think that's cute. And I mean, it's got some, it's not like real flimsy. Hi, Bev. How are you feeling, Angel? I love this one. Look, it's so pretty. I almost don't want to mess with the birds. I could do a long skinny. Let's do a long skinny one. Like a traveler's notebook style. That way I don't have to fold any of the birds upside down. Bev's here. The gang's all here. You guys remember that song? Oh, yeah. Yep, I think we'll do that one just like a traveler's notebook style. Isn't that cool? I love this side. It's gorgeous. It doesn't look like it should be the back, does it? Doesn't look like it should be the front. I think I'll do both of these like that. Since we did two small ones that we folded up, we'll do two long, tall ones. Because these, I don't want to mess these. I like the ones with the birds on them. Oh, Marty, Bev got her second shot today, and she's not or no, today's her first shot. So I think she's just not feeling good. Just, you know, feeling fluish and all that. Yuck. Yucky, yucky. Isn't that cute? I love that. I love it. And their texture of it is amazing. And the fact, I mean, you can like bend it and it's just, never mind. It's one of those things that fascinate me. So I was playing around with the tissue paper and okay, Tanya, that's great. Thank you. I'll make sure I get that if Joe doesn't get it. Somebody will get it. So I was messing around with that. And of course, you know, I had my gorgeous blue. Let Let me grab all the ones I cut down so I can show you. I think it's in here. Nope, I put it somewhere else so I can show you guys. Now I gotta figure out where I put it. Oh Lord, my brain's going these days. I used to be able. So this is the one blue one, and I think it's gorgeous. So it's gonna be like a traveler's notebook size, and I love the way it came out. And this is on the canvas. So I love that, the way it came out. Then I've got all these, like, you know, the little extra cut-off bits. I had to figure out what I did with my blue one, because I put it aside so I didn't get, you know, busy and, like, end up cutting it, messing with it. I'm not sure where I put it. I'll have to show you when it's done. Then this is the pink one. I haven't decided if I want to do this. I thought about doing this one like this, and then adding, like, a wrap cover. Like that. And just making it a wrapped journal. So I think I may do that with one of these. And then the other one, I think I'm going to cut in half and then do like 2 skinny tall journals. I don't know. I don't like it like that. I'll probably do a journal like this and fold it up and do a pocket with it. We could do one of those, I guess, in our pile today. Let me grab my little cutter. I know. I love the way the napkins went on. I was really surprised that they turned out as good as they did. And my cutter cuts it, so it's if you go to Hobby Lobby, it's where like the drawing and the painting, like where you get like all your watercolor pads and all of that. That's where it's at. I wish I could remember what I did with my blue one, because it turned out I was like really, really happy with it. But I put it up. Oh well. Anyway, I took the blue one and I kept the part I needed for a journal, and then I wanted to make a small journal to go in it. So instead of making a small journal that's, you know, like the standard journal book, I actually thought I would do like a little notepad, you know, that slides in, because I thought it would be different. So there it is. And you can glue coffee dyed paper on the back of it, which is what I did, but you can still, I can't talk today. No, it's not printable canvas. It's painting canvas. It comes in, where did I put the pad of it? Because I just had it out because I was going to do some more. You guys, I am just lost of late. I can't find anything. Oh, yeah, I did. I put it right here. Here it is. This was called It's the Real Thing. It's Frederick's Canvas Pad. Genuine artist canvas, double primed with acrylic ground for use with any medium, canvas protected with acid-free sizing. And you get 10 sheets. They're 12 by 16. I found mine at the Goodwill, but you can find those at, like Hobby Lobby and those kind of places. So I made a little notebook like this, and I put the coffee filter in it, and it's got book page up and the book page ripped, so that's going to come out. I wondered about that because that one was real fragile. Coffee dyed paper with some music paper. And then there's some little coffee dyed. There's the other side of that paper. Some coffee dyed music paper. A little doily. Some more music paper. There's another paper. The papers are falling out. See, that one paper is just so brittle. I'm going to washi tape it in there. I'll washi tape it in there. Then that, and then the little page on the back. So just a little flip through, and I'm going to put these in here because I can just washi tape them onto the page, and then they'll be washi tape, and then you have like little scraps to use. I should have reinforced these, and I didn't because I was in a hurry. So that's what happens. Let's see, I'm going to turn this. Yeah, I'm going to turn this up. And make a little pocket at the bottom since it's on there, and it's not really enough to do anything with, so I figure I might as well use it to make a pocket. My glue lid's sticking everywhere. I don't know what it is today. Has been crazy. So much has been going on and trying to get this done and that done, and one of those days. And I did do a live this afternoon, and we did the loaded envelopes. So make sure you check that out if you're interested in the envelopes. Now, like here, there's one little edge that's coming up, so I'm going to get my glue. Oh, you're welcome, sweetie. I'm going to get my glue and just put a little glue on there, just like you do with paper. Pat it down a little bit, and you let it dry. It's going to be perfectly fine. Probably should have folded this before I glued those in parts. Yeah, welcome to the family. I'm just going to stick a little glue up through here. I should have done this before, but you know how that is. You get to talking and you don't pay attention. Okay. There's that one. You see these? I don't have to do anything to. This one, let's fold this one up and do a little pocket at the bottom. And I was really surprised when it came to sewing these together. When I sewed the little blue one, it was so easy. It was so easy to sew. And I'll get this, and then we'll have all of our covers put together. And I'm not rounding the corners on the canvas. I could, but I'm not. And slide in, make sure I burnish it down real good so it sticks. And again, sometimes right in the corners, and that's not the canvas having issues, that's user error because I probably didn't get glue up there when I was doing it. Okay. There's that. Okay, so I'm going to sort of pile these up. There's my clock, Bevy. Oh, you didn't take her no cake? She needs cake too. You don't feel good, you need cake. And then I sort of look around because like these papers, there's that one little piece that's peeled up there. So if you find something like that, it's just where Mod Podge maybe didn't take all the way, or, you know, you may have put too thin of a coat or whatever. Just throw some glue on there and slide it down, and it's still coated, and it'll be perfectly okay. So I sort of always check them over before I'm working with them. Let's see, these are all birds. So there's not over here. This is all the flowered stuff. And this is just my weirdness of, oh, you're fine, sweetie. Kids always come first. There's always kids somewhere doing something at my house. Okay, so we got basically 4 different kinds with different colors. So I'm going to sort of match my doilies up to what colors I want, just by sort of looking at what colors in them. Like this one, I know I want a blue. No, I don't think I want that blue. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Yeah, I actually do want that. And I think I'm going to do a mint one in there with those two. These two don't matter because they're plain. That's pretty funny because there's, I don't know if you guys can tell, there's like a yellow background to this and little yellow flowers. So I'm going to do the pink and yellow in these over here. How many do I have over here? I have 3 over there. Okay, so I'll do 2 yellows and a pink. Break it up. Okay, I'm going to definitely do a blue with this one because there's like a lot of blue on the inside. Oh, see, that little bird's blue too, though. I'm going to use the blue with him too. I am not really a blue person, but Oh, this one needs the pink, I think. Oh, I don't know. No, this matches the little flower on the front, so I'll use that one. Yeah, Lainey will come back Friday morning. She went up for, let's see, she went up Saturday, and she'll come back Friday morning before the holiday. She'll probably be on here. I didn't text her and tell her I was live, or she would be here probably. I don't want to do that one. He's got a little black on his wings. We could do a black one in the middle of that one. That would be different. No, I want to keep those. I want to keep my black ones. Let's do one of the tea-dyed ones. The tea-dyed color. No, blue or yellow. I've got blue or yellow. I'm not a big blue or yellow person. This one has pink on the front. There's pink on it, a little bit of pink on the front, so we'll use that. And this one, oh, let's throw the green in there for easy company. Yeah, I didn't tell Lainey that I was going live. I probably should, because she'll get angry if I don't. Well, not angry, but you know what I mean. So give me a second. I think she's actually at her aunt's today. She has a new baby cousin that is like 3 months old. Well, she's not new, but oh, did you, Joe? You're so funny. She is all over the place. Okay, I'm gonna use some tulle in it because, I mean, why not? So I'm gonna throw some tulle in all of them just for some texture. So one, two, that one needs two, just a little bit. I'm not throwing a big huge piece in there. Some of them I'll do bigger pieces, some of them I'll do smaller pieces. It doesn't matter. It's tulle, so I'm not, let's see, there's two over there. I've got, oh, I'm a doily short. Let me throw that one in there. Let me grab some more tulle. She's on her way. That's funny. Like I said, she's at her aunt's, so she may have been busy. Let's see. Did I put tulle over here? Yes, I've got one, two. I need another piece of tulle. And I found my tulle at my Goodwill. I got this massive bundle. It's like, you guys, I kid you not. I paid, let me see if there's a price on it. I paid $2 for it. It is 100 yards. I think it just glitched, but it's stormy here, so I'll have to be careful. 100 yards, I paid $2 for it. So watch at your Goodwills, guys. Okay, so let's see. I got that there. That's not supposed to be there. Where does the yellow one go? I think I did have an extra one. I think that's what this was. Ha, ha, ha. I'm so funny. I know. $2, and that's not true because it was $2 and then it was 50% off. Okay, then I've got some bags here. So first off, I'm going to throw the white bags with the bird ones because all of the other ones sort of have pink in them or some sort of pink on the cover. So I can use a little pinky bag in them, and I need to use these little pink bags because I have a massive amount of them. 1, 2, and 3. I know this looks crazy, don't it? Because I have all these piles going on. But when I get them together, these were $1.49 at Tuesday Mornings. You get 25 of them. And they have them marked in a 4 for $1 bin. I just seen that, Bev. It just popped up. I was like, oh, Okay, so I've got some green here. I seen that earlier today for the weekend. Thanks for letting me know, honey. I'm going to go have to check that out. Okay, so I'm going to put the green. I'm going to put some of this green actually with the pink because there's green in the cover, and I think it'll look really pretty. There's some purple on here, so I'm going to actually put purple in there. Try to pull out some of these colors. Look at that purple. Isn't that gorgeous? Let's see. I don't have any pink, though. I may have to sub in something else for the pink. Oh, Lord Jesus, Bev. Lord help my sister. That's okay. I was sitting and figuring out. This is no joke, Bev. I was sitting and figuring out how many guided journal planners I needed for a year. Because there's like 4 months in each one. I'm like, okay, I've got to get this and this and this. Okay, let's see. Does that have purple on it? Some of them have, yep, see, it's got the purple on it. So I'm going to put purple with that. Then I think purple's always pretty. Purple's always good. There's purple with that. And I'm just sort of randomly doing this. Let's see, is there purple on all? Yep, there's purple on all of these. So there's those two get a purple too. Okay, this has green. I need another green for that third one. What is, these are sort of all pink. So I have to do something different there. I could put, let me pull out another green one for that one. Let me see what I got on this. I'm trying to remember what colors on it. Oh, there's a lot of green in there. There's actually a pretty blue in there too. Maybe I'll pull out a blue for that. Since I have that blue doily in the one. Hey, honey. And this is my dyed dry wax paper. No, don't ask me how I made it. I can't tell you. There's some blue in there, so I'm going to actually, it almost looks, well, yeah, that actually matches really well. Oh, Giggles is my daughter, Elena. That's her nickname. If she was here, you would know why. I didn't text my mom. Oh, my mom isn't going to be here right now because she's at church. She has church tonight, so she usually comes in a little later. Okay, and then I have the plain one over here. I need to do something with that. What color do I'm just going to use this. Well, I don't want to use the blue. I'm actually going to use white in there, which I very rarely ever do. But there's a lot of pink in there already, so. She said she needed to go do something. Okay, I'll use white in there. So we got that done. Yes, I'm stuffing these little journals. Okay, then I got tea-dyed coffee filter. And I can get 6 out of one of them for one of the small journals if I do it the right way. And I don't care if they're even or not even. I sort of like them uneven. So I just sort of random tear them. Because I think they look a little bit more like fabric when you do that. The flat coffee filters, I'm not sure where you get them at. Okay, where you can find them at. I don't know if Walmart carries them. But the ones that fold out, let's see, hold on. 1, 2. So I'm starting on that. The ones that fold out like completely flat like these, I actually found at Kroger. Is where I found mine at. But now they may have them somewhere else. I drink coffee like every so often, not all the time. And when I drink coffee, it's got to have like like a ton of sugar and milk, and yeah, they tear really easy. They're real, I mean, it's just like a coffee filter. So it makes it nice. Let's see, I've got 2 back here. Yep. And then I've got the one over here. Okay, I think I've got everything. So right now we're mass making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 journals, guys. Woo woo! And see, and I love them because you can dye them in all kinds of colors. So I mean, I have bright colors too, but I wanted the tea dyed ones in there just because it adds a little tea dye to it. Okay. Yeah, Giggles loves coffee. Oh, where's Jen? There's her page. There's a different page, but she loves those pages like that. Okay. So, okay, I want to wait to do this till later. Let's pull out my book pages. Oh, there it is. I told you I put it up here so I could show you guys. It was sitting right next to me. How silly am I? And then there's the blue I'm going to use for the cover. And it's going to go like this, and it's going to have a wrap to it. It's going to be wrapped like that with about a 1-inch spine. Yay. Okay. I have all these vintage papers over here. Let me put them out. You know, because I'm going to use up these scraps if it kills me. So there's a music page for one of them. So let me find my music sheet book. And I need 10 little music sheets. No, I don't want that one. That goes in my Irish journal. This is a really old songbook. It just falls apart. It doesn't even, it's not even like bound anymore. Oh, look, that's perfect. This has got to go in a bird one because it's got the bird's return on it. Is the song that's in it. That's so funny. So there's one and there's 2. Let's make sure we get the bird's return in the bird book, or with the bird books. So there's 2, 3, the bird's return. There's 2 there. There's 1. There's 2. So we have 2 more to go. That'll work great. I do too. I love the blue. I'm excited about doing the blue cover one. Okay, so everything's got a music page. We can move on. Okay, these are just random vintage sheets, so I'm just going to make sure that each one gets one. Here's a Creative Card Company. Art, that's an old. I think it's cute. I'm going to put these in the birds, I think, because of the orange. I think they'll go red. So put those there. This has got a little girl on the front of it with flowers, so I think I'll put that in the flower one. Here's the thing about perennials, so that can go in a flower one. Oops, the flower one goes in there. So I'll just put this into the 2 flower ones. There we go. It's about food, so we'll set that to the side. I don't like using the ones about food. If there's one about an Afghan. Oh, this one's really cute, but it's Christmas. We'll set that aside. We're not going to use that. No, no, no. A sail away blazer. We'll put this over in the ones that almost look like a painting. Sailing away into the painting. There's a snowman. We don't want the snowman. Here's a macrame sash. We can use it. Those can go there. And then I'm going to use the little sort of sewing dress one. I'm going to keep. Let's see what's going on around here. Okay, we're not using that one. Let's see. Yeah, this one would be cute to put with the birds because it's got all of the things in there. And that's one of the longer ones. So I'm just going to fold that up and we can actually use it as a tuck spot. Okay. And here's my book pages. On the small ones, I'm just going to put a book page for each one. Then I can size it up if I need to change any. That's got a picture in it. That's cute. So we'll do that. Let's see. We've got 3 back there. So I'll put the ones with pictures in there, and then we'll see how, like this one we made fold up into a tuck where it shows most of the picture, which would be really cute. So let's see. We've got 3 bird ones left. Oh, there's a ton of photos in this book. Nice. Those are bigger, so I'm going to put a whole page over there with those. Like every other page has a book picture. Hey, Ron. I'm not putting that one in there. It's got a hosie on it. My little nephew used to call horses hosies all the time when he was little. Okay. So I think we've got enough excess stuff. Oh, there's one under there I didn't get. Oh, no. Let's see what we can put under there. Let's see. It's got the green in it. So what's this one? That's a meal one. What was on this one? There's the bright red dresses. What is this one? This one's with the birds. Yep, it's another bird one. We'll put an orange one there for it. I'll go ahead and use their dress one, I guess. We'll go ahead and use it. Why not? And then let me grab a music page. Is Ron working hard? He's getting to that point where you're going to start having trouble because of all the air conditioners and stuff. So my father-in-law was. Okay, let's see. So we have all of that. So let's go ahead and fold these up, get these into the things, and then we will do the coffee dyed paper part. Let's see. I'm going to fold this up and make this a pocket, or like a little folder pocket in between. We'll do that. I'm just going to tuck these inside each other just to keep. Oh, you know what? I have 2. Do I have 2 journals under here? I have 1. I thought there was 2 there. That's silly me. I'll put a purple there. Do the purple. The purple looks so good. Do one of these. So I did have more than. I'm not sure what I was doing here. I think I was confused. I'll do a little bag. We'll do the doily and the tool. They're not going to stay in this order. I'm just sort of folding them and trying to get them together. Just to sort of keep organized to know that I have everything there. So that goes in there. I'm going to grab some paper clips up and a button, a random button. And I'm going to paper clip it. Set it to the side for a second. Okay, let's do this one. This has got. Did this one have a book page in it? I think that book page was for this. Yep, that book page was for this. Oh, maybe. Do I have 2 under there? Oh, I do have 2 under there. Oh, that's a small one. So I'm going to rip this book page in half. Oh, I bet. And then I'll make sure that I reinforce that when we get to doing that. Okay, so stick that in there. That's done. Okay, so I'm just going to pile these up. Let's, oh, this is in one of the mini journals, so let's fold it in half. I only need half of it. Well, that's what I was going to say. In the spring, I would imagine it's really busy. Okay, so we've got that. Little thing of sheet music. Little thing of sheet music. One of these. There's where the green came from. One of those. I'll put the green in there. That's fine with me. I put the white in there, but I'm going to use a green. Let's just use a green. Let's mix it up. And then a cover. Then I'm going to do a paper clip on that. Oh, I didn't put a bag in there. Oh, my. It's going to be one of those days, ladies. I've had one of those weeks. It's really weird because usually I'm not as... Did I put tool in there? No, there's my tool. Get over here. This silly little piece of tool. Okay. Now let's do this one. Let's see. Here's our piece of paper. Let's see what else we need here. And our doily. Our music sheet. There's our book page and our other page. I'll fold those up. No kidding, what? About it being one of those weeks? I know. It has been. Okay, I'll put it to the side. Let's keep moving. Okay. The book page. I'm just going to fold it up some. There'd be a little pocket. We'll have to reinforce these with washi, so. That's got a snowman on it. I didn't notice that a snowman on it. I just noticed it was orange. The bird's return. Let's put that this way. So the bird's is out when we open it. And our little piece of paper. Our green paper. Our little doily. And we can move these around as we need to. Oh, I put a green piece of paper in there. Well, I'll put a purple one there too. How's that? We'll just mix it up real good. It'll get two little pretty ones. Paper clip and put it in the corner. It's done. Okay. Hi, Brenda. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. So that's in there. What did we forget? Is everything in there? Oh, we didn't get a music sheet in here. We didn't get a music sheet. That's probably where I was supposed to put this one. I'm doing great. I couldn't be better. Life is wonderful. That's okay. I lost the cover too. Ah, how goofy can one be? Oh well, we'll put it in here. We'll put it in here. No biggie. There's a piece of tulle. Do we have? We didn't put a doily in here, did we? We need a doily, please. There's a blue one. Oh, there's a tan one. We'll put a tan one in there. The doily in there. A little white bag. I think it's where one like sort of flowed into the other while I had it there. There we go. And these are stuck out a little bit bigger, but that's fine. There we go. Grab a couple more paper clips. They're stuck to my magnets. Okay, so let's pull this out and see what we got going over here. We need our bag and our coffee filter, and I'll sort these again. They're not all going in this way. There's no way I would put them in like that. I'm just trying to get them sort of organized with where they go, and then we can go one at one and bust through them. This is a pretty purple. I love that color. Music sheet. Where's Xena? I need Xena to sing. She could sing. Okay, let's see. And we need another extra page. I'm going to actually use the cover because why not? I probably should take the person's little address thing off there from, although I really doubt that whoever it is still alive. Yes, I know, I just ripped that, but I will fix it, I promise. Because this was in 77, so I don't know. Maybe they could be, I guess. My mom would be. My mom's around that age, so very well could be. Let's see, I got a book page, I got everything in there. And we'll cut that down when we need to. I was waiting for you to sing. Too bad I can't hear you. I was looking at your videos because I was going around trying to give everybody watch time. So, like, when I'm crafting, I'll just, you know, go to somebody's channel for an hour, go to the next person's channel for an hour, and bounce around so everybody gets some. And I was on there, and I was like, oh, and it automatically played through, and I was like, what? So I had to, like, it was popping stuff up. Okay. See, there's a tool, there's a tool. We may have to cut it. Nope, there's another tool right there. And doilies. Hey, Joe, are you still on here? Is Joe alive? Is she still here? Okay. What did I need? I was missing. Oh, I got a book page for that one. Have you seen, I don't know if anybody, has anybody seen Edwin Calgar lately? Jensen. Have you seen Edwin, Joe? I was just wondering if he was still running his store or whatever. I got to get some more of my binding thread. I'm going to use some of that purple. Well, no. Let's see. I can go in there. I need to get. Oh, I'm missing all kinds of stuff. Let me grab some more random stuff. Okay, I'm gonna have to see if I can get a hold of them. And I've got this book, and it's answers to another book, which is the other book that I have, and it's for grades 8 and 9 for algebra. But it's like really, really old, like when they did the single ring bindings. Like the binding's not even connected. It's pretty crazy. Oh, so I'm going to pull that and use that. And I love pulling it where it gets that little goofy edge on it. I think that's so cool. Okay. So let's see. We've got all this. That's got our doily in it. It's ready to go except for our oddball page. And so we're going to use some math page because, you know, everybody wants math page, don't they? This is actually vintage. It looks like brand new. So apparently it was never used much. Well, you know, when I first started, which has been multiple years ago, I could go to my thrift store. Every time I went to my thrift store, I could find something. But there's so many people. What did I leave out of here? There are so many people like junk journaling and buying books to resell for money, and I think, and everything I think is what it is where, because if you can turn around, you can buy a book for $1 or something at the thrift store and turn around and you can sell it at half price books or something and get 15 for it. That's what they're doing. Because I know our half price books, the manager was talking because they were having a lot of trouble, and they said that they have so many people coming in that they can't keep up with the amount of stuff that people are bringing in, where they're trying to resell to get the money for it. So I don't know. Okay, that one's done. Let's do this one. Well, and you can't even find them on eBay anymore hardly, because they just like jack the prices up. I was on eBay the other day and I seen an Edith Holden book go for $123. I could not believe it. This has all kinds of weird pages. The other one doesn't, so I guess this one's getting extra pages, which is fine. I'm using up those scraps. That's all that matters. Oh, it's a bigger book too, so it can handle more. It's got more pages to it. Did I put a bag in there? Nope. And nor my doily. So that's what those are. Let's put my doily in there. Let's get my bag in there. Did I put my tool in there? Yep. Yeah. Well, and Goodwills, it used to be you could go to a Goodwill, and when you went in, if they had a book, you could buy it. No big deal. And all their books were, $1 for this, 50 cents for that, or whatever. Well, now they check. A lot of them do, to verify prices. And then Goodwill themselves will actually put them up for sale. I've never been one. I just don't like to pay big money for anything. We did buy, my dad was in the Marines, and his unit that he was in was pretty much like, I don't know. They pretty much all went away. Put it that way. There was not very many of them that made it home. And we found a book that was like a tribute to his unit. And we bought it, and we had to pay, we got big money for that. But, well, you know what? Am I crazy? I think I am. Did I put yes, I put tool in there. Okay. I'm mixing and matching together, guys. I'll get it all done, though. How are you feeling, Marty? Since your surgery, you feeling better? Are you back to normal yet, or still struggling? I know you're having a lot of trouble there for a while. Yeah, if I pay big money for something, I'm going to get a bigger piece of tool for that, because that was like a really little square for whatever reason I thought. If I pay big money for something, I don't want to, it's not just going to set, I couldn't tear it up, that's for sure. I have ones that I won't tear up that I've not paid anything for, but they're just books that, I really, really like, or, they're just in too good a condition. I bought a book of poetry, and I'm like, oh, this would be great, to use. And it was by an author that's from Indiana. I was like, oh, this would be perfect to use. And then I got it home, and it was in like really good shape when I actually got to looking at it. And I was like, okay, I can't use this. I can't tear this book up. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kathy's in the house. Okay, let's start with our itty bitties. Our itty bitties are constructed of 4 from a page, so I know when I'm doing my page here, I can divide it into 4. Yeah, Marty, do more crafts. So I'm gonna put, I don't know, let's maybe 6 pages, which would be, let's see, if I do 6, and I'm gonna fold those in half, so it's gonna give me 24 pages in my little journal. Oh, that's right. You're the basketball family, aren't you? I know, we have a lot of lurkers out there. It's okay. I have people send me messages. I'm there, but I'm lurking, but I wanted you to know I was there. And I know you're there. You're fine. Sometimes you just don't feel like being involved. And I understand that because we all have days. Look at that one, Jen. My papers are so crunchy. I know. Let's see. So that'll give me 6 for those. Oh, Marty. Nah. I like when you guys chat. It gives me something to do. If not, I'd be sitting here by myself in the quiet. All lonely. No, not lonely, but with Fred going to work the way he does early in the morning, it gives me something to do. Okay, let's see. Okay, there's 2 more small ones. Let's do all the small ones first, then we'll move up. That's funny. So once you get all these done and you have a bunch of them done, then you can just put them to the side. Use them for Happy Mail. Use them to stuff in journals. Sell them. Give them away. Throw them in your purse for a notebook. You know. And they're great for little kids because they love having something. I mean, you don't have to be as elaborate with those, you know. And, you know, maybe put some kids' book pages or something in it. Little kids love it. Like, throw it in a gift for them. If it's their size, they get so excited. Like I said, I'm not worried about if the pages are straight or anything. That doesn't really bother me for this. Because you want them to sort of be, I don't know, different. Yeah, kids love little bitty things. The smaller it is, the more they love it. I did little bitty ones. Yep, that's what I'm saying. And they're small enough to go in your back pocket, side pocket, whatever. Oh, I bet, Joe. Well, yeah, and I mean, these are small enough you can keep one everywhere, and I mean, they're not expensive to make because you literally could use all coffee dyed paper, which means, you know, if you doubled your pages, even, you're only going to be using 3 pieces of paper. So I mean, it's not like it costs you anything, and technically you could take one piece of 8.5 by 11 printed digital and make 4 of them. I mean, you could have them for a lot of different things. Let me grab more coffee dyed paper. I'm really weird. I coffee dye my paper, and then I sort it into. Well, I have 3 drawers. I have one that is for 3 signature journals, and there's all of the pages are that's got coffee on it. That's still Ubery where I dyed it. Like if I'm doing a 3 signature journal, I use 8 coffee dyed pages in one, and so I have them all separated into piles of 8 in paper clips, so I can just grab them. Oh yeah, the mini journals are fun, especially if you get into where you're doing like the tiny tucks and pockets and stuff. I showed one earlier, but it was when we first started, so I don't know if Tanya, did you get to see? I'm hoping it's Tanya, or you'll have to tell me if it's Tanya or Tanya, because people spell it both ways here. You have to let me know for sure, so I'm not calling you the wrong name. I don't hate when people do that. Well, I don't hate. You know what I mean. I didn't mean hate. That's a strong word. But it's Tanya. That's what I was trying to. Okay. All right. Well, they spell it both. They spell it Tanya and okay. They spell it like your name, and then they spell it TonyA here. And I've heard people go by Tanya and Tanya, so depending on how it's spelled. So that's why I figured I'd ask. Well, I'm so sorry I've been calling you the wrong name then. I'm so sorry. I bet you, do you get that a lot? I would imagine people do that a lot. Well, at least Americans. I'll say Americans. I'm not sure how they, you know, do in New Zealand. Okay, I think that's, do we have any more? Yeah, we got 2 more, these little ones. We're moving right along, guys. Because then it's just sorting and sewing, sorting and sewing. I bet. You're probably like, oh my gosh. Those Americans, what's wrong with them? Well, I mean, my name is spelled Dorothy, and not Dorthy. Mine has the second O in it. And so people read it or they say it and they're like, Dorothy. Hey, Dorothy. Dorothy. They pronounce the O because they're not used to it being there. And it drives me crazy. I'm like, it doesn't even sound normal when you go Dorothy. But that's what they'll do. And it's like really weird. So I totally understand. Then my husband's name is Frederick, but it doesn't have the second E in it. So it's not Frederick, it's Frederick. And everybody will call him Frederick. And he's like, my name's not Frederick. 1, 2, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Oh, I bet. Well, because they won't even think of Joetta. They just hear Joanna because they hear the Joe part and just shut down. I could see that. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's true. Why do people go Dorothy? It doesn't even sound right. It doesn't even make sense. It's not even like grammatically correct. It's like, seriously. One of those pet peeves, I guess. Let's see. Okay, these two I'm going to have to do differently. This is based on halves. So I'll actually put 8 pages in there. So I know, right? But there's how it is. That's because you're used to seeing it with the O in it. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, you get used to the names that you see. Okay, what do we need to do with these? I think I'm just going to have to fold them and then cut them down is what I'm going to have to do. Because are they a big one? I don't know. Let me fold it in half and see. You may be able to slide it by. Yeah, we will. The cover will be a little bit bigger, but it'll be okay. Ooh, there's one. There's Joe. She's oohing and on. Or Joe. Daggone it. Jen. Ah. And I ripped my paper. Well, I get dot all the time. Which doesn't really bother me. I'm like, if she sees it, she's going to be out there going, ooh, you can't, don't use that one. Look at that one. The old grungy. And you could cut these on your cutter. I mean, I could have done that, but I sort of like the torn. Dot doesn't bother me. I actually have, well, my grandmother's name was Dorothy. I was named after my grandmother, my father's mother. And her name was Dorothy. I was named after her. And then she had a niece who was also named Dorothy, but they called her Dottie, which I don't mind either. But now my middle name is actually Michelle, which, I mean, if you're on Facebook, you see the M all the time. My middle name is actually Michelle. And I grew up going by Michelle my whole entire life until I got out of school. Even in school, they called me Michelle. I went by Michelle. And then when I got out of school, you know, and you do all the legal stuff and you go get a job and everything else, then I always just got called Dorothy after that. And for a long time, I still went by Michelle, and I would tell people, hey, you have to change, you have to. And finally, I just gave it up and just started going by Dorothy. So I've been going by Dorothy for, I don't know, a while, I guess. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these will get 7 pages. So they'll have 28 coffee dyed pages. They do. That one right there looks like matzo. Yes, it does. That's so funny, Kathy, because that's exactly what I think. That's so funny. Okay, and then we can trim these up. So we'll have to trim, you know, that little edge off of them. That's fine. I'll keep those and do like either little page flags or my little mini notebooks. Okay, so that goes with that and that goes with that. Okay, let's go ahead and get these cut so they're done. Find my little trimmer here. That's making you hungry. That's funny. Who's got the wine? Somebody has to have the wine if we got the matzo. I put these papers in here crooked, but they will cut straight. That one's done. Oh, I was like, what'd I do with that? And these are the same exact size, so. Ooh. Now that's what I'm talking about. I'm not allowed to have chocolate anymore. My doctor won't let me have chocolate. Those are going to come off rough. Those are going to be scrappy piles. I know, right? I wish, but this was like the 3rd doctor I talked to, so. I know, right, Marty? Okay, we got that. Let me get this out of the way. So these will make my little strip notebooks. So set those over there. Let me actually put a paper clip around them, because if not, my floor will be covered. Miss Wendy, how are you doing, love? Another UKer. Woo woo. Okay. So since we ended with these, we'll start with these. How's that? So let's see. I always like putting my doily in the middle because I think the round looks really cute. So I'm just literally going to go every other page. And we'll see what fits and what doesn't fit. Or if we need more pages because I added an extra one or not. That's what I was thinking. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. She's always up early though. Okay, and I'm not going to worry about that because I'm going to do something on the pocket here, and maybe I can put a tag or something on here to do something there. Let me see what else I have over here. Let me see what else I have. Oh. Yeah, I think we'll do it that way. And then I can trim up the edge, so I'm not worried about that. So this one is ready to go. I'm gonna grab my needle. It's sticky. My thread. Whoo, girl. I can't say anything. I stay up late too, though. Okay, 1, 2 and a half. We should be good. And because this is a little journal, I'm gonna put 5 holes. So I don't really have to, like, as long as everything's folded. The only thing I want to make sure that I do is I'm gonna go in here and do these real fast. I think that's the only one that needs to be done in this. The rest of it I think is pretty sturdy. Yeah, because if you fold this, it just falls apart. So it's going to have to be. Let me grab some washi. Let's see what he got. The birds. Oh. Some green. And we might change it up in a little bit and put a different kind. But I'll use green for right now. These are like bamboo leaves or something anyway. Or, I don't know, some kind of leaves. I've had it in there forever and I don't use it, which is really weird, but if I can get it off the roll, it may be too old. Sometimes your washi gets old and it doesn't want to work right. And it keeps like shredding and coming off on the roll as it comes around. So I may have to use a different one. We'll see. Nope, there it went. It just took a while to get. Let me trim it. Okay, I'm going to take this up one side, down the other, and then across the bottom. So I'm just going to flip it over. And then I'm going to take it across the bottom, and on the bottom I'm just going to go about halfway up. So I can fold it over and cover the other side too, so it sort of binds it together. And trim up the sides. And we're good to go. Night, Ron! There we go. So that's the only thing in there that needed repaired. We have repaired it. Normally, if I was doing a 3-hole signature, I would make sure I line up where everything's at. Oh, my clock. Yep. But because I'm doing 5 holes, it's going to go like pretty much the length of the whole thing. I don't really have to do that. I'm just going to make sure that I have the pages lined up. So you can be a lot more freer and I guess careless is the word, I guess. I don't know. With these than what you are with, like, or at least I am, than what I am with a regular journal. Because if something happens here and I do something crooked, I'm like, okay, well, I can just throw that in my drawer and I can use it to write the grocery list on, or, you know, I'm running to town doing something and I need a piece of paper, or you're going to the library and I need to write something down, or setting it by the phone for when the doctor calls, to write appointments down, or whatever. So, I mean, there's a ton of uses you can do. And I know you should probably clip it down and this and that and the other, but I do when I'm doing big ones. When they're small ones, it doesn't really bother me to do that. It goes pretty easy. And the canvas, man, you can just fly through sewing it. I mean, you know, it's like not like the hardback. It makes it so nice. Except when I say something, because then it'll do it just because I said that. Something slid. I slid. There it is. I can see the light through the bottom. And once you get a couple through there with like this, it gets real easy. You don't even really have to worry about holding it. It's like real weird. You'd think it would be a lot harder, but it goes through pretty easy. Voila. Now I could trim this cover down a little bit, but I'm going to leave the cover on there. It doesn't really bother me. And I sort of like having that little extra edge around the top of my... I know some people will cut their pages, you know, till they're exactly the same height, so it looks more like a book. But I sort of like having that binding because it sort of helps protect. Okay, then all we have to do is trim these pages up. And then ink the cover. Yeah, that's what I use them. You know what, I'm not going to do that, because if I do that, it will go all catawonky on me. Oh, that one's pretty good. I guess it was just that one side that went all gibbery. Yeah, looks good. Except when I fold it, then it all pooches out again. Okay, let me go this way. Let me do it this way. It's because, you know why it looks easy? I can tell you why. Because when you're making, at least I do, when I'm making a big journal, I'm just going to cut these with my scissors. I think they're easier. And I can just follow along the edge. When you're making a big journal, you worry about messing this up and that, because you put a lot of time, a lot of effort, and, you know, all of that into them. When you're making these little ones, you're like, there's nothing to them. You know what I mean? It's like... And I'm going to grab my ink. There's ink around the outside edges. And I'm not even being careful doing that. I'm using archival ink. Yes, Jen, it's archival. And I'm just going to ink around. And this is in potting soil. It's... Do what now? Is the big journal what? Sew it about the same? Is that... I'm not... Oops. So you mean like as far as the way you put the stitches in? Yeah, you can use the same 5-hole stitch, and there's our journal. It's done. Now I didn't do anything in here because I thought that what I would do with my covers, the ones that were undecorated like this, if I'm putting them in a journal, then I can sort of make them where they blend in with the journal. Like if I'm, you know, if I'm doing birds and I want to put like datery things there, or, you know, because it's a bird, I could use it in a flower journal or a bird journal. If it's flowers, I may put flowers on the inside. But I can always, you know, cut some music paper like this, you know, and just glue it in, and it works just fine. So that's something I can sort of customize it according to what I'm putting it in. So there's that journal. Okay, Brenda. Sewing, yeah, the same. Yes, you use the same patterns. Um, the only thing that may be different is I'm going to go ahead and leave. I'm going to put on the matches. I'm going to go ahead and leave a paper clip on them, and that keeps them closed and sort of protects them. The thing that's different is like if you're doing a big journal. Now, if you're doing a soft cover like this, or an altered file folder cover, a fabric cover, then yeah, they sew pretty easy. If you're doing like a hardback book cover, it's a little bit difficult if you're going through the hardback. But the setup, the steps to do it are the same. So I think I'm going to put the music on the outside. That there. That there. I'll put that there, and then I'll figure out what I want to do to it in a minute. And put my tool in there. But yeah, the procedure is the same. I'll slow down. Have you made a journal before, or are you just starting out? Because I mean, I know there's a lot of people that, like, you know, they'll do small ones, or they'll do one signatures or altered file folders or something, but they're sort of, you know, they sort of get intimidated. I have one page too many. They sort of get intimidated when it comes to, you know, making a big book. And it's pretty much the same. Okay, you haven't made one. Okay. If you haven't made one, and this is just my thought, you may try a one signature journal. Maybe with like a manila file folder, you know, that you cover with fabric, or with a napkin, or even with scrapbook paper. And that would, okay, you're making it for, yeah, I would do something little like that for her. Or even, you could do one like this even. You could do one just like I've done, except maybe if you don't want it this small, you know, you could do a full page one, but, you know, maybe one signature. And if you're going to have it for a little kid, because I don't know how old your granddaughter is. So I shouldn't say little kid, because she may be older. But yeah. Or you can do a hardback one too. I'm trying to think of what journal I have that would be really good to. Joe, I know you're on here. Yeah, you may, because she may be like, I have one of my daughters, my oldest daughter writes poems all the time, all that kind of stuff. I made her a journal, and she just adored it. Now, my youngest one, Giggles, or Elena, that's on here, it would be pointless to make her a journal unless I put sketch paper in it. Then she would sketch in it and she would keep it forever. But if it's like a journal to write in, it's not going to happen. She does not do the writing thing. Does not like to write, doesn't want anything to do with it. Okay, so what I'm doing is I've got my pokey tool, and I'm just going in about 3/4 of an inch in. And then I go in a little bit more. Now, if you're doing a big journal, you want to measure out. I'm trying to think. Oh, she journals over. Oh yeah, then she's gonna be a writer, girl. What journal did I just? I'm trying to think what journal did I? One of my journals, I can't remember which one. I sewed the spine in, and I showed how to do that. I have one I'm getting ready to do. That we're getting ready to start, and I'm going to sew the spine in on there. So I'll make sure to keep an eye out in the month of June, and I'll try to show you. If you look, there's some around in there. I mean, there's a ton of videos on YouTube that that'll show you how to sew them in. It's pretty basic. I mean, if you've sewed a slow stitch or a straight stitch, that's pretty much what it is, except you're going back and forth. So, yep. So I may not get them all sewed during the, obviously I'm not going to get them all sewed during the live tonight because there's like 8 left. But they're easy to go through. And I mean, it's something that, and you don't have to be this extravagant. If you're just going to put it in a tuck, like in a pocket, you don't even have to put the vintage pages in it. You can just use the coffee dyed page, the coffee dyed pages, and do that. You know, so that would save you a lot of time, because then you're just pretty much cutting your pages and folding them and then sewing them in. And if you want to do smaller ones and you don't do too many, or if you use like little fabric covers with paper backed, sew through them. Or even cardstock, you can sew on your sewing machine, and then you can just sew your bindings. Zoop, 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 and you're done. And I mean, you can, you know, have a ton of them. I like doing them because you get a bunch stocked up. Then, you know, when you're doing a journal, you always have that, you get done and there's, you know, that one pocket you forgot to put something in. Then that's when I grab out my mini journals. That are my little notepads that I make. I use those for like in a pocket, or if I have, you get done, you realize there's like one page it's a little bare. You know what? Give it up. I'm not doing that. Use my scissors. There's that one page you wanted, you know, you wish you could put just a little bit more, or you have that one page you missed putting something on and you're like, oh, it looks too bare, and you need to put something there. Yeah, it works perfect for that. Okay. Okie dokie. I think the Secret Garden one, I think I sewed. No, I'm trying to remember if I sewed in the Secret Garden one or not. Yes, I'm inking the end of the pages on this one for whatever reason. Apparently it decided it needed to be inked. Probably habit of going around and doing everything. And if you're wanting to do a bunch of these and you want to go sort of fast at them, pick pages that it doesn't matter what direction you put them. That helps too. You know, so if you have like grid paper, it doesn't matter which way it goes in. So there's that one. 2 down. And then we'll do a little one. And when I'm picking, I just sort of go about 2.5 times. That usually leaves enough for me to put a charm at the bottom. Yep, there's a bunch out there. If you go to my playlist, there is a playlist that says, what I need to do is just sit down and do videos of the basic stuff, so you can just like reference the basic stuff. So if you want to know how to do a certain cover, I know that Joe wants me to do a do-si-do cover. Okay, I need to tape this one. But yeah, if you've got a little one, yeah, I would definitely start with, you know, something small. I mean, even if she writes all the time, just to see, because I mean, I don't know. I was like that when I was a kid, so, and I'm still doing it. So, you know, at 8 years old, if she's doing it every day, yeah, she's probably gonna stick with it. So, you know, and it depends on the child. You know, I have one child that there is no way that I would ever make him anything that was going to last for a while, because he's rough and he's tumble. I mean, he's a boy, but I mean, obviously he's a boy. I said he was a he, but I mean, he's a tomboy boy, not like he's just a bratty little boy. Okay, there we go. Okay. Easy goes. And I sew them in. Then I worry about the pages. I can just cut the pages off. So like these small ones, I'm only going to do a 3-hole, which you can do. It's really easy. You know, Brenda, if she likes to write that much and you're wanting to make her something that she can keep like a long term with like a hardback cover, go and when you go look, check out my Dear Jane journal. It's sort of like a traveler's notebook, so it's not as hard. You don't sew the spines in. It's not as hard, but you're able to take the signatures. You'll sew the signatures, and you can take the signatures in and out. So if she fills them, you know, she could just call and go, hey, you know, I need, you know, a new one in there. And then if you make a cover, and I don't mean generic as in like cheap and generic, but if you just make one that's general, you know, that a lot of things would go with, you know, maybe like something like this, you know, where it doesn't really designate a certain theme, then you could switch anytime she needed them. She could undo and take one of the signatures out, you know, if she filled it up, and you could make her another one. She could put the other one in, the next one in there, and then she can keep all those signatures together, but keep the same cover where, you know, she has the same journal all the time. So, but it's called the Dear Jane is what it is. Okay, doke. There's that one. Let's trim her up. I'm actually going to leave the goofy page at the top. See where it's old, just because I think it sort of adds some character to it. And I'm going to ink. And then as far as tags and stuff like that, I'll add that in, you know, when I put it in the journal. You go to bed now. Okay. Night. Love you, sweetie. There we go. And there's another little one. I mean, and that's a nice little journal for, you know, there's a lot of little pages in there just to do whatever with. Oops. It'd be nice if I showed it to you the right way, huh? Yep. So there you go. There's that one. 10/17. I may actually get another one done. Let's see. There's my. Well, yeah, that's the really cool thing is, you know, if that's what she likes, then you can make the cover, but still switch those signatures in and out, which makes it nice, especially if, you know, that's something she really loves and she's passionate about. I mean, if you can find something that your kid, your grandkid, or whatever is passionate about these days, and it's not video games, it's not TV, you know, encourage them, because, you know, that's the big thing now. I mean, that's all kids want to do. Where did I put? There it is. So, I mean, that'll, you know, plus it's something she can grow with. I mean, And there's lots of videos out there that you can watch. I don't know, do you have do you have a Cricut? Some people do. Either, don't make journals, so I thought I would ask. I don't know if she has a printable template. I think she does have a printable template. I don't know. I'm not going to guess. But Katie at Bella Creativa Designs, she does SVGs for a Cricut, but she also has printable templates, some that you can trace after. And she does a suitcase that would be absolutely gorgeous to have a little matching suitcase that she could store her signatures in. Oh, that would be so cute. I have to quit talking. My daughter will expect me to make her one. Oh, okay. Well, I think she has printable templates. Okay. I'm actually going to put that to the outside again because I like the way that that one turned out with it being a little bit bigger. But I think she has if she doesn't, I know she's working on converting a lot of those over. Let's see. Turn my music's right side up. I'm going to come about halfway back and put that math sheet in. Yeah, it would. It would be really cute to do. And then, I mean, she could store all her things in there, and that would be neat. And not just that, but like any little sort of like, well, I mean, this is a thing of the past, I think, anymore. You don't ever hear anybody talk about it, but, they used to do like hope chest or whatever. It'd be cute. She'd have like her own little, like, memory chest. It would be cute. But you know what? And I don't know which one it was. One of my lives, it was on a Friday. I took, like if you shop at Walmart, they have like, I know my tool's sticking out. It's sewed in. It's just where I ripped it crooked. It's sewed in. I checked. It's just the extra that's sticking out. And I'm going to leave it there. You know what would be nice though, guys? If I put the cover on before I sewed it. See, I got to talking. My. How silly are we? Look, she noticed the tool was sticking out, but not that I didn't put the cover on. That's funny. Okay, let's start over again. And see, if you make a mistake, just start over again. It ain't a big deal. That's what I love about these little ones. I mean, yeah, now my holes are a little bit bigger, but you know what? I'll throw some washi through there and you won't even be able to tell that. And if for some reason you can't get it through, just move it around, work it around till you get it. I know, right? Yep, that's true. I could have made it. You can do that. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so cute. I should keep 3 of the little ones out and do that to show you guys. You can actually make a hardback book that fits these little ones too. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. I have actually done that. I don't think I didn't do it on film. You was laughing about me leaving the, I'm sure. And then this thread I'm using, in case anybody wants to know, it's a cotton thread, but it's wax thread. It makes it so much easier than trying to do it without non-wax thread. And then these, I'm going to have to trim it up. Which, I mean, I could leave it sticking out, but it's way too much out. Which is why I wasn't worried about that tool, because I knew I was going to... So we got some in my bag. Move my strings out of the way because I want to be able to put charms on there. I bet it did. Oh, well. I told you guys. I am human just like you. I make mistakes just like you. You would be surprised. Some of the stupid things you do sometimes when you're not paying attention. You know, you get busy and you're doing this and that and the other, and kids are in the room and they're, hey mom, hey mom, hey mom, and you're doing this and that, and next thing you know, you look up and you've did all kinds of stuff, sewed through this and sewed through that. I used to sit and do all kinds of clusters where I watch TV and stuff, and I'd get so occupied doing clusters. I need to trim this down from this side. I would be doing it and the kids would be talking, or I'd be watching a movie and look down and I'd sewed a cluster to me. Yeah, I've done that more than once. So there we go. There's another little one. But yeah, they go really fast. And I mean, you can build a stock up and have a ton of them. You know, we have, 10, 15 laying around. You make a journal and you have lots of, and I'm not going to do that. I want to do one of these. Let's break up the little tissue thingies. Put my tool in. Page. Okay. Don't have space for you, old book page. There we go. Slide it in there. And once you, well, like I'm trying to talk and do this. When I'm doing this by myself, and I'm not like trying to read the chat and keep up with that and talk and do everything all at once, I can sit and go through these and make 10 of them in, an hour, if that. But normally what I do is I set all my pages out and I just pull one by one by one, but I didn't have enough room and still be able to film, and pull them out like that. So I got the cover this time. That usually helps when you don't have to unsew. Nothing's worse than having to use a seam ripper or having to unsew a signature. And once you get going, man, you can just fly at them. And just make sure when you tie your knot, your thread is on both sides of the thread that goes down the middle, or you're just tying a knot in one piece of string and it doesn't really help anything. I'm going to fold that up inside the middle so when I trim it, it doesn't get in the way. Although this one, I'm not trimming that one up. I'm going to leave that one. I'm going to sort of just tear this right here, and I'm going to leave it all shaggy. Because I sort of like that. I like the look of that, being all shaggy like that. I think it goes well with the cover. I sort of think it looks like overstuffed, which sort of has its own little cute appeal. To me, anyway. What time is it? 10:28. 10:28. So there's another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got halfway through. And look, I mean, we've got a nice variety of journals. I mean, a nice variety of sizes. We got those two. We got some itty bitties. I know, and there wasn't nothing to them. And honestly, I mean, I know, you know, ideally you stick these in a pocket. They're great to put on the front or the back of a, yes. I will use paper clips on them until I get this or this. Are you talking about this? If you're talking about this one, Kathy, this was from, I did this last week. This was, I was trying to see if you could see. This was a napkin. This was a napkin, and I just Mod Podged it onto coffee dyed paper. The whole page, and just covered it. Yeah, and they're ready to go. You can grab them. You know, if you're doing a journal, they're great to stick in the front and the back. They're great to stick in any pocket. These are great if you're sending a card to a fellow journaler, or you're doing a swap and you want to include something but you don't want anything heavy. These are like super light. I mean, like super light. I just moved my scale, or I moved my room cleaning it, you guys, and I can find nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's horrid. But yeah, I mean, you can stick them in your purse, stick them in a suitcase. Oh, the little bitty ones. Yeah, they're so cute. It was a napkin. I think I actually got these from Big Lots. Odd Lots, Big Lots. One or the other, I think, is where I found those. And it was in the spring. It was like when they bring out all their like summer tables and all, and you know, all that stuff. So there's those. And I love these. The little canvas ones are cute. And of course, I left the pockets empty so I can tuck anything in the pockets later. You know, to customize it to whatever journal I'm using, which is why I sort of like, that's why I didn't really like, I mean, these could go in any kind of nature journal or a bird journal, anything like that. Or even like a country journal, it would go in that or whatever. The flowers would go in anything. These go in everything. I mean, and this paper is coffee dyed paper, and all I did was Mod Podged pieces of scraps. This is like the stuff that's left over when you rip it up and you're going to throw the little corner away. That's the only thing left. That's exactly what I did. I unorganized myself. I knew where everything was at until I touched it. But yeah, this is a Mod Podge of like this book page, an old catalog page, music page. That's just a piece of embossed scrapbooking paper. Another book page. That's embossing paper because I loved it. A piece of a grid paper. This was just a piece of a leftover digital that I had. So, I mean, and then this is the, and I don't know if you can, you remember like the little leather wallets that you used to carry that you would open up and it had all the keys in it and it had that leathery feel? That's what this feels like. That's what this reminds me of. I mean, it's the right size and everything. Now, you could, if you made one as wide as the wall, you know what? I'm not even going to tell you that because I'm going to work on it and we'll do one. We'll do it as a group thing because that would be really cute. That's it. I may not use it. I may not have used it in the last 6 months, but I knew where it was at. So yeah, so we got 5 of the little ones done. I know I'm supposed to be done at 10:30. I'm going to go ahead and keep sewing. If you want to stick around, you're more than welcome to stick around. If you don't want to stick around, then feel free to leave because I know I said 10:30, but I will continue to go till I get them done. I'm going to put the bag on the outside this time. I'm going to keep sewing. So yeah, I mean, you figure if you can pop out 10 of these boogers in 2 hours while you're talking and everything else, now you can imagine what you can do when you're paying attention to what you're doing and not trying to read a chat and talk and all of that. Oh, I like how that purple sticks out the edge. Oh, I like that. This one isn't bad like the others. Need to put my tool in because I love that tool because of the. Well, you know what? I'm going to take this big page out and I'm going to put my music page in because I like my music. I love music. I put my middle one in. You know what? Let me put that up because that's the one that's real bad. I'm going to glue this down real fast. And I don't worry about gluing the middle because it's going to be stuck in this spine. Yeah, where's you? Then do a live with someone, honey. We can do a live together. Everybody'd love that. I don't care. There you go. See? I keep telling her. See? There you go, Jen. We need to get me and you and Joe and Steph. Who else? There's a bunch of them. And all of us get together and do one. That'd be fun. Get a big party together like that. I could do that. You don't have to get more subbies, Joe. You don't have to have a bunch of subs. If you have one person, you can do lives too. Okay, Jen and Joe, if there is, do them when you don't have 2 minutes. Yeah. Anybody who has if you have a YouTube channel and you're interested in that, message me or Zena. I didn't know you were here. I thought you were gone. Obviously, you were included. If you have a YouTube channel, either get a hold of me or get a hold of Jen, and we'll try to work something out. Well, I did that totally backwards. Why did I do that? Crazy me. Are you? Okay. There's so many lurkers, you just never know. You never know who's there. It's like, who's watching? It would be perfect time. My husband would break out in some 80s song, some 80s rock ballad. Tanya, do you have a channel? I may already be subscribed. I don't know. I have to go look. You know, when somebody pops up, I have to go look. And a lot of times I'll go to subscribe to them and I'm like, oh, well, I'm already subscribed to them. And I watch people, but I don't pay attention to their names. But I could tell you, if I see your hands, I can tell you who. Isn't that horrid? That'd be fun. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many videos you have. Like I told them, you know what? Guess what? Everybody started with one video. Tell them, girls. Look, there's another one. I love this one with the bird. I have some blue lace that's like the same color blue as it's like a little the blue in the very front of his head. And I think I'm going to put blue lace around the edge. I think it'll be so cute. I love that one. Exactly, Kathy. Everybody's got to start somewhere. And everybody started with one video. You have one video with 700 subbies. Yep. Oh, believe me. That happens. No, but not if you're doing a group thing. And it depends on. We'll all get together if, like I said, somebody. Oh, let's do this other little one back here. My first video, I posted it in my group the other day, you guys. It was horrendous. I didn't talk. I had music playing, and it was a tutorial. And I put everything I was doing up in letters on the screen. It was horrid. I mean, it was awful. I'm kidding you. It was not. I've left it up on my channel because I leave it there to remind me. Because, you know, when you look at that, you're like, wow, you know, I can't believe I've come, you know, not that I'm not saying I'm all bad, but what I'm saying is, you know, you don't realize the progress you've made. So you go back and you watch those videos and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. Why ever would I have done that? That was horrid, you know? I mean, it's a good concept and I had an awesome tutorial and it got me started. So, I mean, it wasn't all bad, but I don't have a piece of pretty paper for that. Yeah, you just don't realize, you know, how bad it is or whatever. Yeah, you can find me at Done by Dorothy or just Dorothy M. Moore is in Facebook. And, you know, either message me or Jen or whoever. Everybody knows everybody. Oh, poo-poo. I'm going to use some of this math page because that saves me from having to tape up that old page. So that green matches the inside of that. Isn't that pretty? And then I'll go through once I decide if I'm going to add anything on the inside or whatever. And then I'll go through and that's when I'll ink the inside and all that. Because I don't know, I may line the inside or I may leave it blank. You know, I may add a pocket there. You just never know what you're going to add. Yeah, after a while you get used to it and you're like, ah, no big deal. I actually get, the lives don't bother me because I'm like, you know, I'm like, okay, they're sitting in my craft room with me. They're, you know, I come from a big family, you know, there's always somebody lurking around. And so that doesn't really bother me. But, you know, lives don't. But when I record them, it's like, and then you have to listen to yourself while you, again, I think I'm leaving this the way it is, guys. I think these look really cute with all that goofiness out the edge of them. So I'm going to ink it. And I could trim it, but I just don't want to yet. I may later, but I like that raggedy look that it's got. And I'm thinking like if you have like a boho journal, you know, and you could put some really pretty like fabric or whatever across the front, it would be really pretty and having that raggedy look. Or even if you do like a nature journal, it sort of has that like rugged, you've carried it in your pocket, old look to it. Yeah. Oh yeah, if it's going to go wrong, it's going to happen in a video. That's the way it works. But yep, you don't know until you try. Just jump in there and go. Yeah, I mean, you can't really like lose. Oh yeah, that's just, let me tape this up. If I can find the end of my washi. Oh, or I'll set every single thing out for, you know, alive, and then I'll get to doing it, and then I'll be like, realize I forgot my scissors, or I forgot glue. I mean, something that you use every single time. It'll be something silly, or, you know, because I don't craft. Well, I mean, I have a craft room, and I craft in my craft room, but I craft here and I craft there, and, you know, I sort of tend to craft all over the house. Yeah, that works. There's a little bit of crafting in every room in my house. And then with Elena, she's extremely crafty too. So she gets my stuff and she carries it off. So then she's got stuff everywhere. Or she'll come borrow something and take off with it. And I'm like, didn't even know it was gone. Her sister was cleaning her room while she was gone. And she came down and she's like, are you missing your wax for your wax stamps? I'm like, no. She's like, well, then how come I found this in our room? She says, I think Lainey might have borrowed it. Which means she probably just got it and took it. Is everybody still hanging in there? Nope, let me put my tool in there. My piece of paper, and I folded. I always like putting the colored side of my doilies up. Oh yeah. Yeah, see, my thing is if something happens or I do something silly, I'm like, I laugh at myself is what I do. So it doesn't bother me. I'm like, I expect it. If something doesn't go wrong, or you don't forget something, or you have to get up and go clean across the room and you're like sitting there going, really? That probably really helps. You know, here I'm sitting here, there's dead air. I'm walking around my room looking for something while they're crafting. Well, they're supposed to be watching me craft, but I can't remember where I put something. You get used to it. Zena, are you still working on the purple one, or did you start another one? Wendy, how's Ellie doing? Ellie, right? Yes. Yes. I'm pretty sure. Now watch, I'll be wrong because I thought I was sure. Are still on the purple one? Aw. You gotta post some pics. I want to see it. Or is that the one you're doing for? Are you doing the swap? Yay! It's about time, Marty. Are you doing the swap? Everybody remember, we're doing the loaded envelope swap. And I did videos, well, I did a video today and yesterday and the day before about it. And they can be simple. They can be super fancy. The one I made today was completely out of scraps. Whew. Because, you know, I love my scraps. Instead of cutting these, I think I'm going to tear them. And just give it sort of that shabby look. You know, I do that too. Actually, being in iCraft, this is no joke, you guys. I craft a lot faster when I'm on here doing this than if I'm doing it by myself. Oh, you'll have to check the videos out. I made a loaded envelope and we're swapping. And then what you do is everybody will get one partner, and then you mail. And for the people that are not US, because I know shipping is like extremely expensive, there are some doing it international. You know, from like England. I think there's a couple. Joe's on here. Joe can fill you in a little bit more in the chat about that, because she's like pretty much knows. I think isn't Linda from England? I'm going to leave that out of the bottom because it sort of reminds me of, like, you know, when books have the little spine out the bottom. And I'm going to leave the little bag sticking out because it's pink. What did I do? Well, see, I set it down. I had it earlier. See, this is what I do, you guys. It's here. I literally set it here. I didn't even move from my chair. But I set it down so I could move it when I got finished. I'll have to look. I may have put it over on. Hold on. It's right there. No, Jen. No. The envelope, the loaded envelope, and this is a loaded envelope. And I did a video on how I did this, and how I made it. So it's super simple. And there's the back. It looks really fancy, but this is all scraps and it's all basic. It's real easy to do. And you can make it as fancy or as simple as you want. No, Jen, the paperclip swap. Hey, did you sign up for the paperclip swap, Jen? Right? Didn't Jen sign up? Thank you. That's one. I have another one. I have to go back up. Hold on a minute, you guys. You guys are fine. Let me go up here. I gotta go see what she said. I know, right? Wendy, is that not so true? Doesn't that drive you crazy? That's what I have to do with Elena. I have to fight to use my own tools. Okay, if you signed up for it, yes, it is going on, but it's not time to send out. The envelope swap isn't starting until into like June 7th. You have to be signed up by June 6th. We'll pick partners June 7th. And then you have to mail out by the, Joe, is it the 21st? I think it's the 21st. Don't quote me on the mail out time, but it's in the events on the Facebook page. You can find all the information there. There are people international that are doing it too. So, you know, you don't have to worry about shipping costs. If you just want to do international, then just put you want to do international. If you want to do just US and you live in the US and you don't want to, you know, deal with the high price of postage, then, you know, then do that. And that way everybody has a chance, and, you know, it's not so expensive. If, you know, if you're in England and you're sending to, you know, Ireland or something, it's a little bit cheaper than trying to send it here. My husband, when he lived in England, he loved the post offices over there. He's like, you know, I love the fact you could like mail something, and, you know, the next day somebody, you know, 3 cities over would get it. July 7th. Yes, it goes until July 7th for the loaded envelope. So you've got plenty of time. But we did that because sometimes international people, it's hard for them to join the swaps and stuff because it takes so long to mail. You know, like if they do to the US, it takes so long to get here. But we've actually separated it. So when you choose partners, you can choose US to US, US to international, or you can choose international to international. If you're international, you can choose to go to international, or you can choose to go to the US. So, you know, you do get that option. It's not, you're just stuck with whatever you get. Oh, Xena girl, go in the Facebook group under events. That's where the paperclip swap was. And then that's where the envelope swap is too. And that's where all the swaps will be. And we will have, basically, it's a new swap will come out like, that's so funny, Jen. I'm trying not to laugh. Really? You had to go say that, didn't you? Okay. Let me try to get this under control here. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know if we have any New Zealand people in there. In the Facebook group, Tanya, in the Facebook group, there is a list that says, where are you from? You may look through there because I think there's some people listed there. There may be some there from New Zealand. It seems like vaguely. Yeah, my husband loved it. And he's like, I just don't understand why here in the States, he said it takes so long. He lived in Sittingbourne for, he was in Sittingbourne for several years. His the job that he worked for, oh, well, I mean, he's traveled all over. He's been to like 28 different countries or something with his job, but he was actually in England for quite a while. Yep, he was in Sittingbourne, right on the Black Sea. Okay, you do have a lady from New Zealand. That's what I thought. Is she in the swap, Joe, or is she in the swap, or just in the address thing? Yeah, you may, because I mean, we've had people like come from different countries internationally, and not know anybody in the crafting community that's from their area, and then end up, oops, I screwed that up, guys. See, no talking. And then meet up with somebody that's, come to find out lives, 2 or 3 cities away from them, but like, an hour away or whatever, like within traveling distance. It's pretty crazy. Well, maybe if she realizes that she's got somebody else in New Zealand, if Tanya's interested, I'm going to do that for a while. So you're just going to have to bear with me. I will get it. I promise. That's like, here's really, really funny. I live in Indiana. Well, I live on the Indiana-Ohio line. Like, I literally could walk right behind me where I'm sitting at my desk and go about a block down the road, and I'm in Ohio. So I'm like literally on the line. But we go through all this, everything else, and Joe is an admin in my Facebook group. And lo and behold, guess what? Joe lives like an hour and a half away from me. Her name is Joetta, but she goes by Joe. Oh, no, you're asking what her name is. I see. Never mind. I'll stay out of the conversation. I'm trying to undo my knot here. I think I'm just going to have to redo it. You guys didn't see that, did you? I did not make that mistake. And what I did is I left it laggy where it was all loose, and I don't like that. Yeah, Marty lives in Michigan. She's not that far either. Yep, not that far at all. Yeah, that's funny because my parents, they're best friends. Well, you heard me talk about the minister that's like best friends with my dad that got COVID really bad. He lives in Fishers. Or well, he lives in Noblesville. Oh no, I do all the time. I am far from perfect. Oh, see, I would love to go to Scotland. That is my trip, my dream trip, and we've talked about doing it. I'm not sure we're going to, but then all this happened. We were going this year for our anniversary, and then all of this happened. But I'm going to Ireland and Scotland, but I want to fly into, we're going to fly into London and then take the train and go up through the Lake District and then up into Scotland that way, and then take the ferry from Scotland into Ireland. Yeah, this one I'm going to trim because I don't know. This just seems like it should be trimmed. Yep. That's like on my list of places to go. And then I have my mom's family is from County Donegal, and Ireland, and my father's family is from County Limerick. So, another little one done. I'm going to go from the inside and hopefully. Well, we're going to do some other swaps too. But Tanya, one thing we're doing that is like really cool is we're doing swaps that you can load up into a single envelope. So, yeah, Zena did one last night. And then once you do one, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's that easy. Because it's just, let me find my envelopes. Hold on. Let me find my envelopes. And how did I end up like that? Okay, I'm going to get rid of this big, huge one here and put my music back here. I'm going to put this in here. And I need to reinforce this. To load your envelope, you're going to take one envelope. All that is one envelope. Another envelope folded in half. You put it like this. You glue this side, and that's your base. Then you just decorate it. So, yeah. Oh, everybody's got to start somewhere. But we're going to do some other swaps too that aren't so. We're going to do like some tag swaps that are basic tags and tucks and envelopes and all kinds of stuff. Some stash swaps where you can stash, de-stash things you don't use that we keep laying around that we keep going, oh, we're going to use this, and we never do. We know none of us have any of those, do we? Yeah, Wendy, County Donegal and all that is in Ireland, yes. If that's what you were asking. Pokey, pokey, pokey. Yes, we all do. Hi, Carrie. How are you? we're just killing time and finishing these up. Oh, I'm doing great. I can't speak for everybody. I'm doing wonderful. Okay. Okay, Zena, you go to Facebook. Go to the top of the page. Under the little banner, the thing that says done by Dorothy, across the top where you see you'll see what all is across there, you guys. Okay. Hold on. Okay, let me pull it up real fast. I'm on my phone, but it'll work the same. My phone's all dirty though. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah. Okay, you're going to go to the page. And across the top where these little gray circles are, it says you, guides, rooms and chats, announcements, topics, photos, events on a phone. If you're not on a phone and you're on a computer, you'll go all the way over and you'll see the word more. Click on the more and it'll drop down a list and show you events there. And then it'll be, oh, it was great to have you, Brenda. Well, Zena, seriously? Jeez, that might make a little difference. It's in the Facebook group. That's so funny. That's why you didn't see it. Jeez. Oh, wow. That's so funny. That's so something I would do. Oh, okay, okay, okay. What is it, Bev? I was slow to get here or something. Yeah, that's how we are, everybody. Oh, was you? So was Kathy. You was watching basketball? That's funny. Oh, I played. Yes, Kathy plays. Kathy's all into basketball, aren't you, Kathy? Kathy is she's like almost basketball legacy in her family. You guys, seriously. Because she's got, what was it? Her kid, is it your, she's got okay, let me get this right. I know her husband's a coach, a basketball coach. I think one of her kids is a coach and another one is maybe like, what are they? I don't know. Something else. I'm trying to remember, but off the top of my head, I can't think right now. I know there's a bunch of them. They're all, hey, I did good. I remembered that much. There's a lot of stuff to remember about everybody. Okay, yep, that's what it was. See, I knew that like one of them was maybe like into sports fitness or something like that. That's what I thought. But I couldn't think of the word. I'm going to put the pink one in there. I'm going to put the bag in there too. Okay, well, see, and that's probably what I remembered. I remember that there was 3 of you involved. So yeah, that's probably what it was because of you being in phys ed. I knew that the sports was involved with all 3 of you. Yep, I knew that. Well, I didn't know you left. Did you leave us? I try to pay attention. Oh yeah, I can remember everything I don't need to remember. It's all the stuff I need to remember that's the problem. That's what I forget. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 7. Oh really? Oh yeah, I'm sure because people can actually go do something right now. I think everybody's. Well, she figured out what it was, Joe. Why she didn't see him? She wasn't in the group. There you go. Yep, I need to write all my hints and tricks down. All of everything I need to remember. Yeah. Oh my gosh, guys, guess what? This is the last one. No, I think April was, but I've tried to. I haven't heard from April, so I don't know what is going on there. Cool. Oh. Here, Zena had Joe all stressed. She's like, "Oh my gosh, maybe it disappeared," because every once in a while Facebook just eats posts anyway. Zena wasn't even in the group. That's so funny. Oh, okay. That's funny. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it'll be nice to relax, Tanya. You gotta trim this side. Okay. Now, there's my ink lid. And my glue lid's on. Yay. My ink is put up. My washi's done. I got my paper clip on. Yeah, if you ever can't see something or you're not sure about something, just ask. Okay, girls. Here we go. There's one. Little Miss. Little flower. The little Monet style. The little birdie. Little Scrappy. I love this one. He's all scrappy. Another little Monet one. The big tall birdie one. Another little flower. And another long tall birdie one. And there's my other safe paper clip, not safety pin. Geesh. And the other little scrappy flower one. I know, right, Marty? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 11, guys. I can't count either, apparently. There's 2, 3. What's that? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I would consider that a mass make. What do you think? I know, aren't they so cute? So I'm like, they're so cute. I know. Now to make the journals to put them in. Does anybody have any questions about any of it? It was pretty basic. So you were 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. Not quite 3 hours. And I talked a little bit in the front before I even started. So let's say 2.5 hours, basically. Yeah, I would say 2.5 hours. Not bad, huh? Hi, Vanessa. So there you go, guys. Anybody have any questions or anything before we go? Yeah, and I mean, and that's what all these were like, you know, little oddballs. You know, when you have a book and you have like 2 pages left. Anybody have any questions, comments, anything? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Let me grab a box. See my dream box? Isn't it pretty? Isn't it pretty? And all my little journals will fit in there. Is that a big old box of journals? I was at my Goodwill the other night and I found this box at my Goodwill for $1. See, it's got a label thing on it and everything. But look, it's a Rolodex file. It's a Rolodex file. How cool is that? I was so excited. Okay, guys, that is it. I'm wore out. I'm going to go get some sleep. I've been up since 4 o'clock. So, and we got all those done. Oh, night, Kathy dear. So I'm going to go ahead and get all that done. Thanks for tuning in tonight and sticking out with me while I threw those together and got them done. I hope everybody has a great day tomorrow. Go to sleep, get some sleep, or wake up if you're waking up because, you know, you never know where you're from. Oh, thanks, Wendy. And you guys have a great night and stay safe. And I will see you back here. I'm not sure when, sometime. If you're interested in knowing when I go live, make sure you hit the bell icon when you subscribe and make sure you click all. And I usually put up before I go on a little while so you can see it, unless it's a last minute thing, or I post it in the group. Or I'm going to start putting it on the community chat ahead of time. So like when you go to your YouTube page, across the top, like if you go to YouTube, let me go to YouTube, and you pull up your page, hopefully you can see. At the top, there's all these things. There's like home, videos, playlist. There's a word that says community. If you click on that, it pulls up a thing where I post different little things about what's going on. Oh, bless you too, sweetie. So you guys get out of here and go get some crafting done, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye, everybody.